Yeah, I personally have some great memories of him and the band. They had a club in Dallas called the Basement, and in my pre-Seether days, I played that club often. And he would come in. He was a big fan of the band I was with at the time, and we would do shots. And he was a big Kiss fan as well. I'm a huge Kiss fan, so we would drink, do shots, and talk Kiss all night. So he was great, man. Sweetheart of a guy.
I mean, I just like the way the way he played, man. Every single Pantera song I think is great. I think they're awesome. He's got brutality, but melody and beauty in everything that he did, and it's kind of a shame that he isn't more honored and more remembered by more people. You know, he certainly deserved to be in the higher echelons of rock goddery and or certainly guitar and. It just seemed like, right after he died, there was all these award ceremonies, and it was like, and so died at the age of 97 and whatever, and nobody mentioned the fact that he was shot in a nightclub, one we have played many times,
Yeah.
and subsequently don't play anymore. We had actually just been there about, I think, 6 weeks before that happened. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty close to home, and I just felt like he should have been honored in a much better fashion than he was, especially by the industry. That an industry that in this day and age sort of shuns rock and roll as like the redheaded stepchild. Doesn't matter. That guy influenced a lot of people, and he wrote some amazing music.
Hello.
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 We are
Hey.
Seether. You are watching Loudwire.
I guess just to watch it grow. The first one came together pretty quickly, and I mean, considering how quickly it came together, was really well attended and went off really well. But this last one was twice the size, and hopefully we can keep growing it.
We're just trying to do a good thing. We're just trying to raise awareness about how kids are killing themselves, man. So it's not something that we feel like we're getting like a hero badge strapped to our chest or anything. It's just like the satisfaction we got is from raising a whole bunch of money, which will go towards helping some people out, and then having some awareness being raised amongst just people in general. People don't like to talk about ugly stuff, they want to talk about the happy feelings and Katy Perry, but we want to talk about the real issues and the things that that's what that festival is about. You know what I mean? So. The tour itself is pretty well organized and well run, and there's some good, I think, new bands that are up and coming that are on the bill that I'd like to see. Other than that, man, it's just we just want to go out and play. That's really what we're about. We're not very good at the other stuff.
Touring, lots of touring. We're going to take a short break, maybe do a run-up in Canada, and then we're going to end the year up in Europe, like November, December. So yeah, we'll be on the road pretty much constantly until Christmas, and then in the new year, we're not exactly sure yet, but we're pretty sure we'll be on tour all next year again. So we're not scared to roll up our sleeves and hit the road and do all of that stuff.
We are Seether. You are watching Loudwire. I think it was cool. I mean, it definitely had an effect because it was it was my own first dedicated studio, that I built basically with the help of a few friends. And it was we thought it was going to take about a weekend to do it, and it took about 2.5 months. So I bit off a little bit more than I could chew originally, but I think it was cool. It was very instrumental in all of that because of the fact that it was. I wasn't just sitting at like a dining room table with a laptop. I was actually working in a room that was designed for and specifically dedicated to being a studio. So I felt very creative in there. It's all vague enough that I can deal with it without like putting out specific situations or specific people or whatever. But I don't know. I think if it affects me, if it makes me angry enough or sad enough, I'll write about it. So it's the happy stuff that I don't feel like I want to get rid of. So that stuff stays bottled up.
I think he's really good at bringing the best out of us, and we trust him implicitly, and he's a great sounding board for ideas and changes, and so we love working with Brendan, so I think he brings a lot to the table.
We wrote the song originally for the Greatest Hits / compilation of previous singles album, and we just decided it was too good to throw away on that thing, so we left it and saved it for the album. And then it became, I guess, the barometer from which we gauged everything else on the album, so it sort of set the bar for us. I like that song. I don't necessarily know what it's about, but it's pretty fun to play. It's just a song that I was screwing around with in my studio, and it was pretty. I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just started playing that riff, and I decided it was pretty funny. So went to bed and came back the next day and finished writing the song. Man, it was just try to write something that was fun and a little stupid, and not taking myself too seriously in that sense, and. Yeah, it's got 3 different parts that should not necessarily all fit together, but somehow the song works out, So, yeah, it's a quirky little number.
Hello, gang. We are Seether, and this is Broken on Loudwire. To know that I love the way you laugh. I wanna hold you high and steal your pain away, and I keep your photograph, 'cause I know it serves me well. I wanna hold you high and steal your I'm broken when I'm lonesome and I don't feel right. Now you're gone away. You've gone away. You don't again. I wanna hold you high and steal my pain away. And there's so much left to learn, and no one left to fight. I wanna hold you high and steal your pain, 'cause I'm I'm broken and I'm loved. 'Cause I'm broken.